Hey guys, so this here is just a video that we're making just to talk about a certain software. And our question is this the most powerful software that there is for Amazon FBA? We continually get asked, what do you think of this software? Have you used this software? Would you ever use this software? What softwares do you prefer? And in all honesty, there's not many that we use. We use around three or four. However, there's one for us that stands above all of them when it comes to how reliable it's been over the years, the amount of data that you can get, and the way that it affects your buying decisions. And here we just want to highlight the benefits of that software and also show the capabilities of it because honestly, it's something that on a daily basis we use. It's also something that over the last 5 years within our Amazon journey that we've continually used for both private label and wholesale. And that software is Keepa. If you don't know about Keepa, it's a software that has been around for quite a long time, and a lot of the Amazon OGs they know about this software. It's a lot of the ones that they told us, you need to use this. So we're just going to go into a bit of detail about how it works, what it's for, and what we use it for. So when you go on Keepa's website, they say that they are an Amazon price tracker. They show price history charts. And I guess they are. However, what I will say is the amount of information and the amount of data that Keepa has. For us personally, we haven't found a software that has this amount of data within it and the amount of data that can help us affect buying decisions. So, let's say you install Keepa already. When you go on an Amazon listing and hover over it, in the bottom right, it'll bring up a very small graphic of what the graph looks like. And this graph is extremely useful as you don't have to click into the product to see it. And from here, you can already make decisions on if you would buy this product. With this graph already, I can see that the price ranges between just over £15 to just over £8. And the sales rank ranges from between just over 1,000 BSR to all the way up to just over 7,000. And already it allows me to make decisions like that very quickly. But let's actually get into the Keepa graph on the product listing. So the Keepa graph will always come up right under the products listing. And I'm going to go into detail about everything, but the first thing you'll obviously notice is the graph. And you have two separate graphs, but I'm going to go into them. I'm going to actually take off a couple things to make it a lot easier. But on the right, you have a key, which shows you what everything is. As you can see, this is the sales rank. Sales rank obviously is an indicator of how well things sell within a certain category. And the Keepa graph obviously allows you to have an estimate of how many products or how many units a certain product will sell. Obviously, you may use certain other programs and software that will actually give you an estimate on how many units it will sell. However, the only thing that comes from is the current sales rank that it is. And aside from that, Keepa will also show you the price. So this is the price of sellers that are selling this product in new condition. For FBM sellers, it doesn't actually take into consideration the cost of shipping. So when you see this 12.55 and 12.60 and 18.50 and 9.96, if that's an FBM seller, that does not take into consideration the actual price you will have to pay. So what makes that easier now is you have new third-party FBA and new third-party FBM. So as you can see, these small triangles show you the price of FBA sellers. So let's say, for example, you want to sell on a listing and you want to know, okay, what's the price been like in the last 3 months? You can see that around 2.5, 3 months ago, it was at 12.48. And then it went up to 13.95, 14.30. And then it slowly started declining to 13.82 and to its current point of 13.44. So you can see the FBA price and also the FBM price. I'm going to remove the FBA price. You can see the FBM price. However, something that's even more valuable is seeing what the Bible's price is. And this will help you know, okay, what price is it realistically being bought for? While you might be able to see the FBA price, Sometimes it varies. Sometimes it's quite different. So, for example, here you can see that the FBA price and the buy box price are pretty similar. However, obviously, there's been times where, for example, the lowest FBA seller has been 1260 and the buy box price has been 1395. And that's quite a difference. And on this listing, as I said, it's extremely close in terms of how much people are buying it for, the buy box price, and how much people are selling it for, the FBA price. However, that may not always be the case. So again, this is a nice piece of data to have to make your buying decisions on. If we go down here to the second graph, on the left side, you have the number of reviews. So this is this number here, the number of ratings, sorry, has a lot of ratings, and that's obviously always going to be increasing. What is way more powerful is seeing the number of sellers. And this here on the right side of the graph shows the number of people selling it. So you can see that at its height within the last 3 months anyway, was around 55 people on the listing, and it goes down to around 36. Again, extremely valuable pieces of information without actually having to look at the listing. And then not only this, but you can see this for a longer period of time. So though I am currently on 3 months, I can go and look at this for the last day, for the sales rank, for the number of sellers, the buy box price, FBA, FBM sellers. I can also look at this for the last week, for the last month, last 3 months, and the last year. And all of these will give us a much better picture. And as I keep stressing, allow us to make better buying decisions. Because at the end of the day, it's the data that will allow us to make the best purchasing decisions. What product should we buy? Let's look at its history. Let's look at what could happen to help us know what can happen in the future. So again, I'm going to actually go back, and this one here shows when Amazon has sold the product. For this product in particular, you can see that Amazon has not sold the product within the last year. And there are some places where Amazon has. And you can see over here, Amazon is always in an orange color, which I do actually like. You're probably looking at this and saying, okay, well, a lot of softwares can show us the sales rank, and a lot of softwares can show us the ratings and how many times Amazon has been on the listing. So where for me Keepa differs and that I really use is this point here, the data point. And what it really, really does is getting into the nitty gritty. So now you can see on this right side, the sales rank, average sales rank anyway, over the last 180 days. Additionally, you can see what the buy box price is over the last 180 days. Same thing with all of those other different characteristics. So the new price, the used price, the number of offers over the last 180 days. Additionally, it has information about the actual listing. So it tells you what the product code is, the EAN and the UPC, tells you what category, subcategory, and the root category it's in. You can see what the FBA fee is. A lot of softwares can do that as well. And just a lot of other information. However, then we go to buy box statistics, and this here is probably my favorite tab for when it comes to really getting the most out of Keepa. So I can see who has won the most buy box in the last 30, 90, 180, and 365 days. And this is where for me Keepa differs, because now if I jumped on this listing, I can estimate and say, okay, realistically, how much buy box percentage do I think I can get? And how would you do that? All you really need to do is look and say, okay, this seller here, they're an FBA seller. They have not sure how many in stock, but they only have 5 reviews. They're also roughly at this price as an average price. Okay, can I have a price that's just as good or better, or even slightly more? Do I have more reviews than they do? Do I have a better rating than they do? And that is really how you can start looking and saying, okay, how many am I realistically going to be able to sell on the listing? Again, you can do it over a longer time frame. And the picture becomes way clearer when you have all of these different data points. And for me, this is where Keepa separates itself. Allows you to track products. So let's say, for example, I want to monitor a product. Keepa will tell you by email if a product drops below a certain price, for example. And it also will tell you if it goes above a certain price. You can do all of this. And again, I can't stress how much I believe that this software has to be used when it comes to your Amazon FBA business. You can do this for your buy box price, you can do this for the sales rank, you can do this for the rating, you can do this for everything. But for us, this is the software that allows us to make the best buying decisions for products. And I'm extremely interested in what you guys use and what you guys feel is the best and most powerful software out there. Because there are a lot. When we started Keepa, I think I said it earlier, Keepa was one of the few that there were. There was Jungle Scout, there was Helium 10, there were a few others. However, what there wasn't was any other competitor as detailed and that has as much information as Keepa. And you'll see today there are a lot of different softwares coming about, and a lot of them do the same thing. And I know a lot of them are good, a lot of them are being used. However, for us, because this is the one we started with, it's the one we're most comfortable with. And still, when we've researched, we haven't found one that has as much information or data that Keepa does. So I'm interested, you guys. Tell us. Tell us what software you use. Tell us if you think there's any better software. We're always happy to be proven wrong. We're happy to try a new software that will also help our Amazon business. But let us know. And if you can't, then we would strongly, strongly advise try Keepa. But guys, thank you. Leave a like, subscribe, leave all your comments below. We'll happily answer them. If you want us to do more videos on the software we use or any other topic, just let us know and we will happily do those. Until next time.